Hello, everyone. This is Will.
This is Alex.
Welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come Out at Night.
Mostly, baby.
Holy fucking Christ. Dude, I don't know how, but these keep getting fucking worse.
I don't even know what to say. I just know that we have, at the most, 4 more of these.
Yeah, and I cannot imagine them getting... Well, I mean, I can now, because it's like... I thought, it can't get worse, and then it just does. I think I mentioned this the other review, too. It's just like, you just think, how could it get any worse? And then...
It does.
He makes the most, milquetoast, fucking stupid, bland, nothing movie that I've ever seen.
It's actually impressive. He almost seems to be getting worse. It's like he's losing whatever whatever he had.
You can see him losing money,
Yeah,
just before your eyes. If you go, just watching these kind of back to back has been really
enlightening.
Yes.
You can see him losing money, and the creativity does not make up for it.
Well, see, that's what I don't get. It's how can you keep going? And I look, we read the synopsis for the next movie, the
third one,
Name of the King, and it's the exact same fucking plot.
'Cause today we watched In the Name of the King, Two Worlds, and then the next one apparently it's the same fucking movie, but we're still gonna watch it because we hate ourselves. We could say no and just be like, yeah, fuck that, we're not watching it. But
Alex, I just want to correct you. We made this podcast. We know we hate ourselves, okay?
But here's the thing, though, is the other movies are not this fucking bad.
Well, that is true. The other movies are not anything near this caliber of
at least with
terrible.
The other movies, every now and then, we find a gem. We find something good. But with this guy... It just, we don't get that. There are no gems to be had.
No, I would think so. Even watching all these, I would say probably. Sorry, I have to hold the microphone because I'm stupid and can't find the fucking clamp for this thing. So
we've gone guerrilla style.
We've gone guerrilla style, like Uwe Boll's filmmaking. I would argue that his best film so far has been one of his earlier ones.
Far Cry
that we've watched. Far Cry is probably the best one we've seen.
Yeah, but even that's shit.
Well, yeah, I mean he can't. This man clearly cannot make a good movie.
No.
To save his life.
But
I mean, gun to his head, and they tell him to direct a good movie, he could not do it.
Even with millions of dollars, it was still shit.
A blockbuster budget. He couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it, and now he has no budget, and it's even less. It's less there.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Man, we thought
it's kind of it's really just pathetic to see
it's pitiful.
This kind of caliber of filmmaking. It's it's just bottom of the barrel. Fucking.
It's sad.
People who don't know what good movies are will watch these movies and think this is just fantastic for some reason. Who is this for? What is the audience here? That's what I don't get.
Yeah, if you like action movies, no, unacceptable.
Dude, asylum movies are better than this shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather be watching asylum movies.
Fantasy movies, unacceptable.
This movie gives you nothing. I don't know who the audience here is. Maybe if you just a bunch of scenes of mindless exposition and fantasy lore.
Because here's what it's trying to do. It's trying to be Army of Darkness. It's trying...
In a way, yes.
It's trying to do that whole, sarcastic guy from modern day who doesn't give a shit gets transported into, a fantasy world, right?
Yes, but here's the... Okay.
I know what you're going to say.
What does Army of Darkness have that this movie does not, Alex?
Everything.
Yeah. There's
humor, action, plot, acting, writing, Everything.
Like, I stretch to find movies that have this little going on. There is, like, and I shit you not, like, nothing going on in this movie.
No.
Like, they try and have a plot, but it's just a bunch of people spilling just mindless fantasy exposition everywhere.
It's just the same old, oh, the prophecy, destiny, you are destined. Like, you've heard it all before. It's just...
We have a mostly come out at night first. Guess what? I fell asleep.
You've fallen asleep before.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't remember what.
I can't remember what I fell asleep in, but like...
I almost feel like it was another fucking Uwe Boll movie.
It might have been.
But...
Dude, I couldn't. I'm sorry. I got so bored that I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it. I have alcohol running through my system.
Here's what happened.
I'm on a comfortable couch. I'm watching a boring-ass movie. Like, just like, the concoction was perfect for me to fall asleep.
Because here's what happened. Like, look at it this way. The movie introduced a dragon. Like, 20 minutes from the fucking ending, they introduce a bad CGI dragon, and even that wasn't enough to keep Will from falling the fuck asleep.
I barely remember the fucking dragon.
And you still fell asleep.
So you might have to carry the last of it, but I guarantee nothing
But
important
here's
happened.
the joke, Will. I got nothing for you because I was just... It glazed over me.
Nothing important happened.
Nothing.
So, okay, we'll try our best to explain it. This is In the Name of King 2.
Two worlds.
Okay?
Oh, God.
Here we go. All right, let me pull
Another
out my, like...
Uwe Boll joint.
Fucking just,
Scam artist himself.
Okay.
Back.
My notes are so fucking tiny for this. Alright, so it starts out with a slow-mo chase scene.
And narration.
And narration of who this girl is. And she's like some badass sorceress that's gonna, like, has a prophecy and is gonna bring peace to the fantasy world. This is all in the exposition while they're just slow-mo running through the fucking woods. And then she stops and pulls out some tiny knives.
And kills people with badly filmed action.
Oh, and get used to this because that's all the action you're gonna see pretty much. This is like one of the, like, 4 action scenes. Is there, like, what, 4?
There's 5, but 2...
2 of them are so short that you get... I don't know if you can count
2 of them come at, like, the last 20 minutes of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
So,
So, okay, so... She stabs these guys and then creates, like, a portal. And then...
No, she doesn't even create a portal.
Oh, no, she doesn't create a portal.
She's
that's right.
already there.
Yeah. She just runs into fucking modern day whatever. I don't know. Modern
day, like, our world. And that's like the big, ooh, look at that. They're whatever.
So then you get Dolph Lundgren, our hero. I don't even remember what
I like him quite a bit, but unfortunately...
So
it's Uwe Boll.
I hate it because I feel like Dolph Lundgren is, like, one of the best, like, B-movie stars.
Like, direct-to-video B-movie action stars?
Ever.
Yeah, he's great.
Like, he is such an underrated actor because I love him in everything. Like, whenever I see Dolph Lundgren, even in TV shows, I'm like, oh, yes, here we go. Dolph Lundgren's awesome. I love him.
Because if you're like us and you like B-level action movies, like, you'll know.
Well, like, even, like, he was in Arrow, and he was really good in that. And I was just like, I just really like Dolph Lundgren.
Even when he, like, cameos, like, he was in fucking, Hail Caesar, that Coen Brothers movie.
Right.
He's funny, he's great in that. But
it's
Uwe Boll.
He couldn't make an Uwe Boll film good.
Because
like,
we've had it before. The first one had Jason Statham, who we both love, and nope,
couldn't do it.
And now it's Dolph Lundgren, and then the third one has a fucking no name, which I can't wait for the third one. Boy.
So we get Dolph Lundgren, and he's training a class of kids, but it's not really training because all he does is...
He kicks a bunch of guys' asses and then, like, is angry.
All he does is say, like, what does he say? He's like, so say these guys are trying to take my money and everything, and it's like these, like, 12-year-olds that
watching him,
like, wouldn't be caught in, like, the dead of night trying
getting robbed
with a bunch of fucking goons around him.
and
So he just kicks all their asses, doesn't even say what he's doing.
and he just gets angry, and then it's like, lesson's over.
And then and then all the kids leave, so no lesson at all. It was just basically just beat the shit out of like your pursuers. And then he goes and punches a boxing bag, and then it cuts to the next scene of him at home.
And he's at home, and he goes. I swear, everything in this movie it's like fucking halftime mode, because he goes upstairs, slowly, turns on the bathtub, goes downstairs, goes in his study, pours out some whiskey, looks at it, pours some more whiskey.
So I guess we're supposed to like believe that he like has a drink for his dead army brothers like every year, because he marks it on his bottle, I guess,
for how much he's drank.
Oh my god.
Whatever. I don't even know, like...
So anyway, he goes back up to the bathtub.
And he gets attacked by a bunch of dudes in hoods.
It's like the fucking assassins that they were explaining in the beginning of the movie.
And they're in there, and he beats them up in badly choreographed fashion and badly filmed. And then the woman from the beginning, like, saves him, kind of.
And then takes him back in time.
And then immediately when they come back, she gets stabbed.
Yep, she gets stabbed, and she like becomes his conscience, I guess, and like
he sees her.
Tells her about.
No, bitch. He sees her in his dream like once.
Oh, that's right. Well, because it's about her telling
about the prophecy,
the prophecy that he's supposed to fulfill.
Which she also mentions to him as she's dying.
Which we already know by now. I predicted this in the beginning that he was the king.
Fuck you.
Spoiler alert.
So hard.
I did it.
Because that's literally the movie.
I did it again.
And I guarantee it, that is the same fucking plot in the third movie.
Yep.
That our nobody is the king.
So, okay. All right. So I don't remember any of the conversations they have, okay? I'll be
Why
honest.
would you?
Like, it went in one ear and out the other because it's just fucking just exposition after exposition.
Here's what happens. Some idiots take him back to the king. And he basically tells them about how there's these, like, people in the woods who are cannibals, and they have a...
It's explaining who we saw in the beginning of the film chasing the woman.
And that they have, like, an old woman person leading them and stuff. And they need to die because plot.
And they're basically telling him he has, like...
He's chosen.
He's chosen.
He's the chosen one.
He has 3 trials. There's, like, getting
back in time.
Getting back to his... Well, the third trial is getting back. The third
trial is the catalyst.
Oh, that's right. So the first trial is getting there. Second trial is killing the sorceress woman.
And the third trial is the catalyst?
Yeah. So...
whatever.
But anyway... They talk for a while, and then the king sends him to his quarters
to sleep.
Where
I swear to God, he never actually falls the fuck asleep, because he goes there.
There's a woman,
and there's a woman, a wench, and it's her honor.
Oh God, she says it like all the time. It's my honor. And
he's like, I'm tired.
It's my honor to serve the king. It's my honor.
And so she puts on a fucking bedcloth, and
they cuddle.
And they cuddle, and that's...
And then the fucking spooky prophecy lady is like, you need to wake up, and the moo lady is like standing over him.
And is about to stab him.
And he
kicks her, and somehow his kick makes her stab herself. And then what does she tell him, Will?
My wound is fatal.
And he's like...
She's dying, and she said, like, what action movie have you seen where, like, a guy gets shot or, like, someone gets stabbed and they're like, oh, my wound is fatal?
No, that's perfect, because she says, my wound is fatal, and then he's like, why? And she tells him this plot again.
More plot.
That we've heard. And then she dies. And then, again...
He goes back to talk to the king.
And he goes back to his quarters. It's asleep. And then he gets woken up again to go talk to the fucking woman in the tree, the prophecy lady.
The seer.
And she tells him what she told him earlier before he got almost stabbed.
She basically tells him which way to head to get to the sorceress.
Yeah.
That's like literally they have like a 5-minute conversation, and it's basically just head this way.
Yeah. And he goes back to his fucking quarters and is about to sleep again. And then the like nurse lady comes in. And they just talk, and as she's leaving, she's like, "Hey, let's fuck."
And then we get a scene of the crappy set they built for the fortress, which is like styrofoam, and you see cars.
You see cars in the background parked.
Yes, we
of
should
the
mention
actors.
that. Cars. They didn't even bother to take those out.
We see that twice, actually.
Mhm.
Maybe even more. I wasn't paying attention.
So they head the direction of wherever the lady said to, and then after a long while, we finally get an action scene, but it's like 30 seconds long.
Because they get attacked.
They get ambushed in the woods, and they take them all out easily, but in a very choppy action scene way.
And then he's like, well, that's weird because there's 18 of us and 18 attackers.
And then how convenient, we get a scene of the king mixing a fucking potion.
Of something.
And we're just like, oh, okay, the king's evil.
King's a bad guy. And then later, I don't even know when, but at some point we get a scene of the king in a long robe carrying a very, very, very long stick, stabbing the seer for some reason.
Yeah,
she's like, I didn't tell anything.
Yep, and then we get a scene. This is gonna be choppy as the action scenes in this. Then we get another action scene. It's like exposition, and then action scene where they're using blow darts to fucking
because they set up camp, and then our hero gives the nurse lady who's following along with them, and I guess they're in love or whatever. And he gives her a bedtime story about how
antibiotics
came about with
how
moldy
cheese made antibiotics.
And she falls asleep to his bedtime story.
Yep.
And then they get woken up by a guy screaming, and then
blow darts.
It's so intense.
And then
it has the same problem as the last Blood Rain movie, by the way, where every time people are fighting with like swords and shit, you don't actually see like connecting.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Well, it looks like a fake action.
Like someone swipes a sword, and then it cuts to the guy like falling down like he's dying.
There is absolutely, and I mean absolutely, no immersion here. There's no. like oh, maybe this, like, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, action scenes aren't happening, but it's like create some level of like disbelief,
it's
right?
An hour-and-a-half long movie. Like, we have to care about something.
I don't care about anything. And speaking about caring, remember in this scene, the fucking the soldier guy that's been a dick the entire movie is like gonna save Dolph Lundgren, so he kicks him down a fucking hill.
Because he's trying to go down, and he's like, "You're coming with me." He's like, "No, we'll stay up here and we'll defend, and we'll fight till the last man."
And he kicks him down the hill, and the woman follows suit because she's in love with Dolph Lundgren.
And
then they defend and like die immediately.
And the whole time I'm just like, "Where's the cannibalism? Where's
don't
any
worry,
of
we
that?"
get a little tiny bit of it.
Nothing. We get nothing. Fucking nothing. But
we get
here's
a guy
the thing.
cooking soup.
No. Here's the thing. Dolph Lundgren and his lady fall down like 10 feet. And apparently that 10 feet is it's such a steep fall
that she
that
sprains her ankle.
She gets injured, and the bad guys just magically stop chasing them. It's like 10 feet. It's nothing. It's not like they fell down the edge of the planet. It's just 10 feet.
Yeah.
They just stop chasing. Whatever. And then he's like, because her leg's sprained, he's just like, "Hey, just wait in the woods."
He's like, "Just wait here if I'm not back in 2 days.
Go back."
Blobbity gobbledygook.
Like, nothing.
And then
Nothing.
we're almost getting to the part where I fell asleep. But
this is like half of the...
this is...
This is like 50 minutes into the movie that we've already explained. And nothing's happened.
And the other thing is, I want to, like, reiterate that, like, us saying nothing like, stuff is obviously happening, but it's just people talking about fucking just
nothing.
Incoherent bullshit.
It's just...
It's like...
exposition.
It's just a... Like, this is like and we say this a lot in our, we've had to say this a lot in our podcast actually lately. It's like they had like maybe 15-20 minutes of content and then just had to pad it out by like bullshit scripting.
Here's every scene. You have like the people who live in that time period talking about prophecies and chosen ones and blah blah blah, and then our main character will just be like asking questions, and then they talk about prophecies, and it's just like rinse repeat for 5 minutes. And also they throw in like narration every now and then where it's like Uwe Boll's like, oh, you know, the audience, they don't understand my intelligent writing, they don't understand my deep plot, so I'm gonna have more narration where he's just gonna say like obvious things.
But I also don't get it because it's like the action scenes are so short that you don't even like, you don't enjoy them at all.
Well, they're not even good.
Well, they're not good action scenes, but they don't last long at all. It's like maybe like 2 minutes.
But if it was a 2 minute long, like good sword fight, right? That'd be fine. If it was intense and you felt like, oh, like I'm worried, like I care about these characters and I care about their journey, like it'd be cool. But not only do I not care about the plot, the action scenes just aren't, they're just not well filmed. It's just choppy.
I hate to name drop like one of the, like probably the most popular fantasy film of all fucking time.
Oh no, it will.
But like, do you know like in Lord of the Rings?
What's that?
I know. Like, remember how they built tension in Lord of the Rings? Like you had like these characters against all odds are doing all this shit, right? Like,
yeah.
Against all odds are getting all this help from all of fucking everyone, and like it just makes the scene so much more like epic and like.
Are you saying
just insane? Okay. I know it's not fair to compare.
Are you saying that the Lord of the Rings trilogy is better than the In the Name of the King trilogy?
Absolutely.
I don't know, man.
That's not a stretch, okay?
Dude, this isn't even like.
But like, I don't get how they couldn't build any tension. I don't care about any of the characters.
Yeah.
I care about zero. Like literally, the main character.
Because like I mentioned before,
the main character could die, and I'd be like,
Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness is like, I mean, it's basically an action comedy. Which the problem with this movie is that like it wants to have its cake and eat it. Because here's the problem: it's not funny. So the comedy part's gone.
I don't even know where they're trying to be funny.
Like the comedy part's gone, and the action's not even good. So the action part's gone. So it's like either make a fucking funny, goofy movie about some guy from modern day who has to get like transported into this time period that he knows nothing about, or just make a, I don't know, a decent fantasy movie. Something.
But you realize that it's Uwe Boll, and he doesn't understand. He's a filmmaker that doesn't understand films.
No, he wanted to have his cake and eat it.
Yeah,
he wanted the goofy Army of Darkness ripoff. And he wanted the fantasy shit, like the Lord of the Rings shit. He wanted all that.
Dude, I'd honestly rather watch the first In the Name of the King.
That's not even a hot take. The first one had like $100 million that some clown gave Uwe Boll to just flush down the toilet.
It's true.
So there's more things.
Things are happening in it, which is good.
But this is like... I swear, like, what do we have? We have a castle set, which looks like styrofoam, and the cars are parked like 5 feet away.
And then woods.
And then the rest of the movie is the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And
there's a house.
Dolph Lundgren's house, yes.
There's a house, which they just probably asked someone, hey, can we use your house? Cool.
And a dojo for like a one scene.
1 minute.
So
that's it.
Honestly, I don't remember what happens next. I know he goes through.
He finds
the sorcerer, and he
finds the old woman.
She tells him that she was there when they invaded his house.
She was the one who tried to get him to come.
Because she was the one that tried to like save him essentially.
This is the most nonsensical shit because she's like, I was there and I wanted to get you like into our time, and then it shows like a flashback of her, of this old grandma dodging bullets, and of course she got shot, so that's why she's dying right now.
Here's what I don't get though: they were attacking,
but they have an explanation for you, Will, because he's like, well, why did the other people try to kill me? And she just is like, well, because someone thinks that I'm wrong, and they think you're bad.
I just hate this because we already know it's the king.
No, it's not the king. It's the fucking guy. Remember?
Oh, that's right. The fucking general.
It's her assistant who is standing in the fucking room. And
oh, that's right.
You forgot this.
She's like pinning everything on him while he's right there.
Because this guy in the fucking room is the one who apparently has been like, he's been like carrying out her orders, but also trying to kill him. I don't get it. But he's been trying to kill him because he doesn't believe her. And so Dolph Lundgren stabs him with a tiny knife and he's dead.
Yeah. And then she
dies.
Well, and then she dies.
But not before she tells him that the king from earlier is the real bad guy because he's gonna unleash the plague on our world, and our boy, as you predicted, is actually the king.
And so, like, the king now, so not Dolph Lundgren, but the other king, he wanted Dolph Lundgren to kill the sorceress because that is part of the prophecy that will lead to him getting the Black Plague to the modern day.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I don't know why this matters,
and then
but it does.
I'm pretty sure I fell asleep around this point.
Because he's going back to the king.
Okay.
And he walks into the haunted forest, and there's a dragon.
I remember waking up a little bit and seeing the dragon,
and he talks
just
to it
like almost immediately falling asleep again.
That's how exciting this movie is. They find
like I've never seen a movie where I can wake up after falling asleep for like 5 minutes, see a dragon
and be like,
on
I'm
screen,
done.
And be like, nah, I'm going back to sleep.
You think about any other fantasy movie or anything, like when the dragon shows up, you're like, oh hell yeah. But this one,
oh, fuck yeah.
No, because here's what happens: it shows up, he talks to it like it's a dog, and then they run away, and then the dragon's not chasing them anymore. Oh, and then some idiots in the woods are like, stop, don't come closer, and then the dragon eats them. And then the dragon attacks the king's like fortress for like a minute.
Dude, I don't remember.
You were asleep.
I was fully asleep.
No, it attacks the fucking fortress. It like kind of like kills some people, and then it lights one man on fire, and that's it.
Riveting.
That's
I was dead asleep through all of this.
And they're all like running after the fucking king, and he like summons a portal on like a beach.
I do remember seeing, so I think it's the very end of the movie, but I do remember seeing the king and Dolph Lundgren's character fighting in his house.
Yeah, because the king summons a portal and fucking zooms back to present day with his like poison.
Because he's been crafting a poison the entire time, and I'm guessing that was the Black Plague.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get in the water system. Even though we've... Okay, so we also need to give some context because we forgot about this scene. The woman...
she has like a fucking poison vial in case she gets caught.
But like if you dilute it with water...
It's harmless.
It nulls the effects.
Whatever.
I don't understand that, but okay.
That's how it works. Whatever. And... So, God, they fight in their house, okay? And the whole time his bathtub is just filled with water, I guess, whatever.
Well, because he filled it with water before going
I guess they did a setup thingy, Will.
Yeah. Foreshadowing for some reason. Bathwater.
He beats him up and then takes the vial and like shoves it in his mouth, and I guess he gets the Black Plague and he fucking dunks his head in the water, so he gets drowned and has Black Plague. And then, I'm not joking, like, you know, you think of, like, movie endings, and then here's what you get, okay? It cuts to just him sitting at his table with his whiskey and, like, a necklace that the woman gave him, and he's just like, I hope I see you soon. End movie.
I love how he told her to wait 2 days, and he's just like gonzo.
It's literally just kill main bad guy, hard cut to him sitting at a table with whiskey and being like, I hope I see you soon. End.
Dude,
that's it.
So, okay. So I understand that as a movie critic for these movies, I probably shouldn't fall asleep. I could not help it. I tried so hard to stay awake. I really did.
Nothing happens.
It's just like is so like I'm glad like seriously, like that just puts it in perspective for me that I woke up when the dragon showed up and fell immediately back asleep.
Here's the thing: we've watched over 100 movies, okay, and only one other movie put you to sleep, and I'm pretty sure it was an Uwe Boll movie, and you know, like. This is so bad, and so it's like, oh my god, like we've watched bad movies, right? We've had bad movies.
Yes.
But at least those other movies, no matter how bad they are, there's something.
Dude, I didn't even fall asleep in Curse of the Headless Horseman.
This is hot take. Hot take. This might be as worthless as Curse of the Headless Horseman.
I think it might be.
Because
it's just more modern.
It's just modern day. And I'm presumably with more money, which is sad, which is fucking embarrassing. Because, like, at least all the other bad movies on the podcast. I'm not counting Uwe Boll, I'm counting the regular bad movies.
Right.
There's something.
No, there's always, like, something entertaining going on, right?
Yeah, even if
there's something to like always keep you engaged.
There's something to latch onto. Something.
But this didn't even keep you engaged. It's just a bunch of fucking lectures.
It's just, I swear we have the same conversation for like an hour.
But it's not like, it's not important shit either.
No.
It's just like, people are just saying the same shit over, but just like, it's like when you're in school and you have to write an essay, but you have no idea how to fucking write it, so you're just writing the same thing, but just in different
wording. When they're like, hey, you need to write a 10-page essay, and then you write like 4 pages, and you have to fucking figure out a way to pad it out.
You start writing the same 4 pages, just worded differently.
Yeah. Like, if you look back on all of our movies on the podcast, the not Uwe Boll movies, they are all... They're all better.
Every single one.
They're all better. Like, this is Curse of the Headless Horseman level of just fucking nothing. Fucking nothing.
You want a real hot take? I think I probably would actually watch Curse of the Headless Horseman before watching this again.
Look, Curse of the Headless Horseman didn't put you to sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
This is...
And it had that weird, like, acid trip scene, which was fucking insane.
But, yeah, like I said, that's something. That scene is something. Okay, I know... Listen, I'm sure making movies with little money is hard. But at the same time, people do it all the time.
Yeah.
Low-budget independent cinema is a thing.
Maybe don't try and make a medieval, like, epic with little money. That's, like, something that's used for big money.
But here's the thing, like, you could still... Look, Army of Darkness wasn't a big-budget movie.
That's true.
Like...
I don't know, like, maybe use a real fucking castle? Like, was that so hard?
Yeah, like, just anything. Anything.
Not a styrofoam, like, little tiny courtyard?
With cars parked next to it on camera? Maybe have, like, I don't know, more happening?
So, Jesus. Do we even have? We aren't even doing Shit Eater Pretty on
No,
these.
all of these are ones.
Complete shit.
I'm just baffled at the fact that this is like. It's beyond it. It's beyond bad.
So that's my review. I struggled to stay awake the entire fucking time, and it finally fucking put me to sleep at the end of the movie. That's how little is going on.
It finally killed you.
It finally put me under, and then okay, I have to reiterate again. The fucking dragon showed up, and I still fell back asleep.
And it put you the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, because it was fucking horrible. I saw it.
Nothing.
I saw it, and nothing could keep me awake.
Like, this is... I don't know. Like, I'm just looking through all of our episodes, and I'm just like none of these fucking movies are that worthless. And it's just sad. It's fucking sad. This fucking idiot just can't do it. He can't do it.
It's kind of depressing watching his movies too, because you just see
the decline
in his filmmaking. Like, not only like his filmmaking, but like it's just everything. Like his the quality of his movies is just like, and I thought like fucking every other movie was like horrible, but like, man, he just shows that he just is totally inept at fucking making these movies.
No, it's stunning because it's like he's getting worse.
Like, I don't even know how he is a fucking filmmaker.
Yeah, like,
I don't get it. Like, I don't get why everyone funded his movies. Thank God he's not fucking making any more. But like,
no, if you want to fucking amuse yourself, I'm sure I've mentioned this. I'll mention it again. He tried getting a Kickstarter for fucking Rampage 4. Because apparently 3 of them wasn't enough, and nobody funded it, and he threw a fucking bitch fit on YouTube, and like basically told everyone, including the people who funded it, to go fuck themselves.
This fucker thinks
and retired.
This fucker thinks he's like Martin Scorsese level of
like
filmmaker, and it's like, dude, you're fucking nothing.
Like, you made In the Name of the King 2.
Yes, and 3.
You made The Final Storm.
You made the Third Reich.
You made 3 Blood Rain movies. Here's the thing: all 3 of these, like all 3 Blood Rain movies, are bad. And all 3, we haven't even watched the 3rd In the Name of the King.
Dips in quality.
I guarantee the 3rd one's gonna be somehow even worse than this.
I don't understand how it's gonna be worse, dude. Unless they make it shorter and more talking.
Unless there's like one action scene.
Oh God. Don't jinx it.
There's not even like a name actor in it. It's just like nobody. And it's the same plot. Great. And we still have 4 more of these, and one of them is a fucking remake of a Frank Sinatra movie that no one gives 2 shits about, and Uwe Boll is just like, fuck it. Let's do it.
If there's any fans of Suddenly, like, I don't know if anyone's fucking heard it. I've seen it. I've seen the old one. Not a lot of people have heard about it because it's like no one ever talked about.
Yeah, like it wasn't
even the old movie wasn't that popular.
It wasn't like an acclaimed movie or anything. It just kind of there.
Like, why that movie to remake?
But it's fine. The auteur was like, I'm gonna fucking do this right, and I can't wait because
like the old Suddenly's by no means is a bad movie. It just
who cares?
It's just no one really. It's not credible, right?
Yeah.
It's like not bad movie, but it's not a great movie. So it's like it's just there.
Here's the thing, though: if you had someone who wasn't Uwe Boll remake it,
it might be good, and maybe could get attention to the old one. But no.
But instead, it's Uwe Boll.
So yeah, we're gonna continue this. Thank fucking Lord we don't have to watch another one next on Sunday. And we are back. Sorry about the kind of weird week. It's been a really fucking awful week for me. So a lot of personal shit has happened.
It's been a time.
I thought we were gonna be able to get back on schedule, and then fucking my whole life got torn away. So, and I'll just leave it at that.
But we're back.
We
are still planning a live stream.
Yeah.
For near the end of the month.
Near the end of the month, and we'll plan all that, and yeah, we'll be back at it. So don't worry.
We'll be back on Sunday with regular movie.
Thank God. I am so excited to watch a movie that I don't fall asleep in. Like, I am so excited for that because, like, fuck these movies that, like, it put me to sleep.
You know, I was almost
You
like,
know how hard it is for a movie to put me to sleep?
yeah,
I love movies.
halfway through this, I started having an internal debate with myself. I was like, should we really? Because here's the thing: we have 4 more of these.
You were like
Uwe
checking in to see if we should really watch
Because here's the thing: we have In the Name of the King 3, we have Suddenly, and then we have 2 Rampage sequels. And I was very much debating with myself of should we even bother with the 2 Rampage sequels? Because those 2 movies, it's Uwe Boll on a soapbox, and I am not in the mood, but I decided.
I think we need to just to see Uwe Boll get political, which is gonna be weird.
Because here's the thing, I know what it's gonna be, and I know that it's gonna annoy the living shit out of me, because it's gonna be like if you took an angry 12-year-old and told them, hey, write out like your thoughts on the world in like a 20-page essay, and then you filmed it, and that's what's gonna be. But I decided we're not gonna wimp out.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it. I don't know if we'll survive. I don't know. Like, will I fall asleep in all of these movies?
I'm not gonna be able to give you credible reviews anymore because I'm gonna falling
try
asleep through everything.
I'm gonna try to not squeeze my head so hard that it explodes during these movies. But boy, I was tempted to just give up on them. But we're not going to.
I was having a total snooze fest, so
You got a nice nap.
yeah. I mean, it was only like a 10-minute nap, but still, it was something.
The climax wasn't even exciting enough to like.
The dragon wasn't even exciting enough to fucking stay awake
I know,
through.
usually like in fantasy movies or TV shows when they introduce the dragon, it's like, oh fuck yeah.
Okay, again, I know I'm mentioning Lord of the Rings, which is like it's so easy.
Yeah.
But like, think about like how they introduced the Balrog.
Yeah.
Like, think about how fucking cool that was.
Or anything.
Like, that was fucking cool. Like, all the orcs attacking them, and then they all just start running away, and you're just like, oh shit, something bigger and badder is coming.
Yeah.
And then the fucking Balrog shows up, and you're like, that is the fucking coolest thing. Like teenage me watching that film, that blew my fucking mind.
Imagine teenage you watching this.
Oh god, I'd probably still be asleep.
And you'd still be like, this is dumb.
I'd be snoozing.
Or like when the dragon showed up in Game of Thrones or anything.
Anything.
You're just like, oh hell yeah, and then this.
Like that Dracarys like scene.
And then fucking this thing is just
Yeah. It's like a little puppy.
He talks to like a dog. And it's like, okay, fine, it's bad CGI. I can maybe forgive it, but just they can't even film it exciting. Nothing.
So yeah, until the next one, this has been a retrospective on Uwe Boll.
We'll be back.
We'll be back
with a normal movie on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Normal content, and then we'll be
back into the shit.
Suddenly. I don't know which one's next. I don't fucking know.
It might be.
It's either Suddenly or In the Name of the King 3. I might make it Suddenly just so we don't have to watch 2 of these in a row. I might have to do that because, I mean, there's no avoiding Rampage 2 and 3 all in a row, but.
So Suddenly is like a modern day crime drama. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh no.
God.
It's going to be even less action.
I know.
It's going to be Uwe Boll being dramatic, Will.
We'll see.
We saw a final storm.
Oh, fuck.
Remember that.
He's following trends. Nothing's happening in his movies.
Dude, fuck him. I hope he sees these reviews. I hope he fucking listens to them one day.
I hope so, too.
And I hope he sticks a fucking... I hope he sticks his thumb up his ass.
Same. So yeah, fuck you, Uwe Boll. For they mostly come out at night. This has been Will.
This has been Alex.
I will talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
We're gonna go to sleep.